Hi guys, today I'm going to make some kimchi using kombucha and also using a few different methods. So I will tell you what's my opinion is, and then you can see if you want to using the same thing as I use or the same formula, because you can tweak it any way you want, but it just gives you an idea of what you can do with kombucha if you have access of it, or you just want to do the quickest way to making kimchi, or quickest way to fermenting your food, or pickle your food. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. Okay, so this is a pH strip. It contains roughly around 100 of these little strips right here. Then you can tear it out and then dip them into whatever liquid that you want to test for the pH level. So this is the scale right here. It's from 1 is the most acidic, 14 is the most alkaline. So water is somewhere neutral. So neutral is about level 7. Kombucha is roughly around 4 to 5 in the market. But when you are making them, you have to wait. They usually starting around 7-ish, and then they will go down as time goes by. During the fermentation, it will go down to 6, 5, 4, etc. So the optimum time to drink is roughly around when they're about 5. When they're getting a little bit down to 4, they're getting a little bit acidic, but you might want to dilute it out a little bit to drink it, to prevent your teeth from getting eroding. So anytime that you drinking acidic type of food or drink, especially like Coke, is roughly around 3 to 4. I think around 4-ish. So it's very acidic. Make sure you drink with straw. And kombucha too, they're very healthy for you, but at the same time you need to drink with straw to prevent your teeth from wearing down, your enamel from wearing down. But anyway, things for that is good for digestion usually can be 4 to 5, and for good for your tummy. Things that like soap is about 10. Sometimes that's why you have to use toner to bring down your pH for your skin. So toner is roughly around 4 to 5. But anyway, you want to test it first. Test your kombucha level 4 to 5. The color, test it. The color should be matching 4 to 5. Then it's a good time to use for fermentation. Okay, so you want to test the acidity of this kombucha. Just put them in here. Take a look at it. It's more likely somewhere around 5 and 4. What I did in this video is just showing you how I do the testing method. However, this is the final recipe that after testing, and I see this is the most tasteful for me, so I put down the recipe that I like. However, you can try this recipe first and then decide it if you want to change, to modify, have less salt or no salt. It is up to you. But I have tried with no salt one, and it tastes really bland and boring. So it is up to you to modify the way you want it. But this is just the general recipe that I came up with after I do the test myself. in this fermentation process, I testing out to see what's the different taste in how the kombucha is making the fermentation process works. So I pretty much have one jar that I add fish sauce in it just for the taste purpose, and one jar I add the salt, 1 teaspoon of salt in there, and then the third jar I did not add any salt at all. And it turns out that by the third day I tested out, the fermentation process tends to take place. However, the one I did not add any salt has very bland taste, and I decided to go back and add about 1.5 teaspoon of salt in there. So the fermentation will take place roughly around 5 days. But if you want to speeding up the process, you can add kimchi from the old batch or kimchi store-bought in there. That way it will help to jumpstart the fermentation process, and it can cut your fermentation days by 1 to 2 days. I have after all this process has been done, I will give you the results of how I feel about it, and you can modify any way that it's working for you. But my recipe at the beginning of this video is just the reference for you. Hi guys, this is the result that I have after fermenting. I'm telling you my opinion. The one I pre-soak with salt, which is this too, they taste a little bit better. So I come back and adding more salt into this the cabbage one, and it tastes much better. Because since I did not add any old juice from the existent kimchi, so it takes a little bit longer, which is 5 days. But if you adding the old juice from the other fermentation food, it will speeding up the process probably by about a day or two, and it will get more sour. But it tastes just right for now. It's 5 days in, and by the time that you're happy with the taste, you want to put the lid on and put them in the fridge to slow down the fermentation. And also, before you doing it, I would show you how to test your kombucha, making sure they're acidic enough for you to do this. If it's not, they will not work. So I'm going to show you beginning to the end and what is my final results will be. But so far, the thicker the cut that you have, the longer it takes to ferment. So on the broccoli, might take like a day more to soak all the way in, but the cabbage and the bean sprouts, it takes much faster. So that's just the whole gist of it, and I hope that you enjoy having a little fun and play around with your formula and find out which is best for you. And I will give you the formula at the beginning, so you know what to put in. Thank you for watching, and you will see more of my videos in the future
about all the experiments I do. Thanks.